Is KSL News at 6.
A live look right now from Chopper 5 of the University of Utah campus as they prepare for a speech from former Breitbart editor Ben Shapiro. The university's been preparing for this event for weeks.
Some consider the conservative commentator to be a controversial speaker. Now let's take you inside for a look at the auditorium where the speech will take place. Expected to be a full house. 400 people received tickets before they ran out last weekend. Shapiro's a conservative voice, formerly an editor-at-large at Breitbart, and is now the editor-in-chief of the dailywire.com. Some in this crowd say they like him for his perspective on the First Amendment and don't get why the other side is trying to stifle him.
I think it definitely has a chilling effect on free speech where you have leftists or liberals who say that they're the only ones who have a right to speak. You know, the First Amendment that guarantees their right to say that they think the speech should be shut down guarantees Ben's right to not be shut down.
Organizers say they expect to hear something similar from Shapiro to what he offered at Berkeley in his last appearance, which in part discouraged political extremes and encouraged people to see each other as individuals. We're a little less from an hour from the event. You can catch a live web stream on the KSL Facebook page, and we'll have a full report for you coming up tonight on KSL 5 News at 10.
Well, this was the scene 2 weeks ago at the UC Burkley campus where Shapiro was speaking. Hundreds of protesters swarmed the campus. 9 people were arrested, 4 for carrying banned weapons. The University of Utah sent officials to Burkley to learn from the situation there and help them better prepare for tonight. Ladd Egan is live at the U with what school administrators did to prevent the Burkley situation from happening here. Ladd?
Yeah, like you say, it was weeks of preparation to get ready for tonight. Let me show you what's going on behind me here. You can see we have a large police presence. We've got a row of police cruisers all parked in very tight to create a barrier. Then we've got kind of this free zone, and then over there you'll see the group of people lining up to go inside and listen to tonight's speech from Ben Shapiro. The scene here, not many protesters, but let me show you what's going on just a few minutes from here in President's Circle. You can see the view from Chopper 5 showing a large gathering of well over 100 protesters, labeling what Mr. Shapiro says as hate speech. They're promising to stand up and fight back to what he has said. In the days leading up to this, many protesters have said they will use their right to free speech to shut down tonight's lecture from Mr. Shapiro, but police have set up barricades. Their number one goal here is to keep a buffer zone between the protesters and those attending tonight's speech. Looking around here, security very tight. We're seeing police officers up on the roof here. Let me show you up here behind me. As security is very high. University of Utah Police, they are taking the lead here because they are a campus police organization. They say they know students, they know how to deal with that, but they are calling in help from various other organizations, including the Highway Patrol. So we'll see how this gets going. The group should be let in here in a little bit. This starts at 7. Those protesters that were over in President's Circle, they said they might be heading this way. So we'll see what happens and if there's any clashes between these groups tonight.
Well, Ladd, do you feel friction in the air? Well, we just saw that video from Burkley. What's in the atmosphere in that area?
Well, I do think that with there being such a separation, and right now there isn't much of a tension in the air, but when you were close to those protesters, definitely you felt their emotion. But here, I'm not too close to those heading in behind me here, and so I have not seen any clashes. There are a group of people supporting Mr. Shapiro that have already made it over to the lecture hall.
All right, Ladd Egan at the U tonight. We'll see what happens and have it for you. Deanie?